All right, continuing on. I don't really have much else to talk about. Um, yeah, I don't really have anything else. If you guys saw, I unlocked and relicked. I didn't max, but I relicked Moff Gideon. I still like him better under Veers, honestly. That may change. I haven't done any more testing since that video, but and look, admittedly, that was a very small sample size with a very specific, pretty uncommon enemy in Galactic Challenges, but that's what I came up with so far. I still like Veers. I still like Veers. We'll see if that changes. I don't know what other characters they're gonna bring out in Swigo. I mean, maybe, well, hopefully Bo-Katan, right? Bo-Katan has been in three Star Wars shows: Clone Wars, Rebels, and Mando. And I know that's a little bit of a spoiler, but it's really not a spoiler because we knew before the season started that Bo-Katan was going to be in this season. So, but Bo-Katan is a Filoni favorite, and if Swigo doesn't put Bo-Katan in now, then what the fuck are they doing? I mean, there has been a lot of interest, not just in Bo-Katan, but in a Mandalorian faction in the game. So why wouldn't CG do it? I mean, look, maybe they can't make money off of it because everybody that has, well, they could make money off of Bo-Katan. They're not going to make money off of a Mandalorian tag because everybody has most of those characters maxed. But look, I mean, come on. Just do it. We have Boba, Jango, Din Djarin, Sabine, Canderous, Gar Saxon, ISC, and then Bo-Katan if you put her in. So, just fucking do it. Just fucking do it. Everybody wants it. Do it. Their new, I will say that their new community guy, I don't remember his name off the top of my head, but he's very good, very communicative. He's kind of funny. He makes some good jokes here and there. So maybe he can get the idea that we collectively want a Mando faction. Why wouldn't you want to capitalize on Mando and all its popularity by introducing a Mando tag, Mando faction, create a lot of synergy? I mean, it's pretty easy. All you have to do is make Bo-Katan, put Bo-Katan in the game, and give her Mando synergy. All Mandos get whatever stats or whatever boosts or whatever the case is. It's very easy. Even if you give her like some sort of like with Django lead, you get Bounty Hunters Resolve. It doesn't even have to be Bounty Hunters Resolve. Just make it Mando Resolve or This Is the Way or whatever. I don't know. But it would be, theoretically anyway, very easy to create one character that could synergize an entire new faction. So do it. I also really want Pre-Vizsla in the game, but I think most of the Clone Wars content or the time frame for it has come and gone, unfortunately. Maybe they can revisit it again later when they don't have anything else to do, because there's going to be a significant layover, I think, between Mando Season 2 and anything else that comes out. And of course, CG are going to have to keep their revenue stream going. So I'm sure they'll introduce new things, new content, new characters, maybe even a new raid. I know they're doing the new challenge tier for the existing raids, but that doesn't require a whole lot of time or effort, I don't think. But yeah, so I'm sure we'll see Bo-Katan in the game at some point. The question is when and in what exact state. I'm sure she'll be. I would hope that she would be a composite of all three Bo-Katans that we see, because it wouldn't make sense for them to just make Mando Bo-Katan, Clone Wars Bo-Katan, Rebels Bo-Katan. Yeah, I think they should do a composite of all three Bo-Katans that we see. I think that would be a very popular character. Whether she has the Darksaber or not, I don't care, because we never really see her use the Darksaber in action in Rebels. She's just given it by Sabine. So she doesn't need the Darksaber, but certainly some sort of Mando synergy and the creation of the Mando faction and tag with Bo-Katan. That's probably the thing that I want the most in the near future. That's probably what I want the most. Because there's no reason to not have it. There's no reason to not have it. This is going to be interesting, having lost Rex against Nest. I don't know that it'll work. Yeah, it definitely will not work. What else? So I was watching Rebels. I watched Rebels over again for a number of reasons. In between Mando episodes, and there's a lot of stuff in Rebels that they left out. Look, I get that Rebels not the most popular show, but some of it is not bad. And they could very easily. I mean, people want Hondo Ohnaka as much as they want a Mando faction, if not more. So how Hondo isn't in Swigo, I don't understand. Also, rewatching the Rebels episodes, there are Dark Troopers in it. I totally forgot about the Dark Troopers in Rebels. Grand Admiral Thrawn has Dark Troopers. I totally forgot about that. So Dark Troopers would be really cool in the game for a dark side droid. Also Rook. He's kind of almost an innocuous figure in Rebels in the show, but if you've read the original Thrawn trilogy, you know how savage Rook can be. Rook would be pretty cool. Not sure how he would fit in, because he's like loosely Imperial, but he's not really Imperial. He's certainly an assassin. He's not a bounty hunter. Maybe a scoundrel tag. Arinda Price, I don't really give a shit about. The B-Wings are in Rebels, as well as obviously Return of the Jedi. The TIE Defender is in Rebels, as well as Return of the Jedi. TIE Interceptor. I mean, why did they make two First Order TIEs that really look exactly the same when they could have very easily made an Imperial TIE Interceptor, an Imperial TIE Defender? I don't quite understand that. What and who else? I still think, and I've said this a million times, and we all know it's true, there are so many characters in Clone Wars that they haven't touched. I mean, we don't have Clone Commandos, we don't have Galactic Marines, we don't have Gregor, we don't have Wolf, we don't have Tup, Dogma, Ponkrell. I mean, there are just so many characters in Clone Wars that we don't have, that we could and should have. Certainly might help the light side TB difficulty. I mean, there are so many clones. Gregor would be great. Gregor as a clone commando would be awesome. I would love that. There's still a lot of, you know, tertiary Jedi from the Clone Wars era that we don't have. Saisi Tin, what's her name? Ida Gallia, whatever her name is. There's a bunch of other ones that we do not have. I don't necessarily advocate for them bringing in those useless Jedi tunes at the moment, or really anytime soon, but they are there. I mean, there's a lot of, you know, fruit left on the tree or the vine for as far as Clone Wars content goes. And as far as cash grabs go, those would not make me nervous. Hold on, our video seems to be spazzing out again. This is the first time I'm actually seeing it in iMovie, and I have to think that it's because my iPhone loves to back shit up to the cloud and not keep it on my phone, and then when it re-downloads it for me to make a video, that's when it jacks up. That has to be what's going on. But this is the first time I've seen it glitch out like this in iMovie. So it's either a cloud issue or an iMovie issue. At least we've not solved, but narrowed down the potential points of issue. So apologies for the seizure that's going on here on screen. But yeah, ever since they updated iMovie, shit like this has been happening. So as far as cash grabs go, new characters don't concern me as much as, just for argument's sake, say if you can farm 6 E through A slicing mats. If you can buy those, that worries me far more than new characters. I think we saw somewhere that new relic levels are coming out. That's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate because relics are already a very expensive endeavor. So to make them more expensive is unfortunate, but what are you going to do? All right, again, sorry for this.